on, Grant.
Come on, G.
Yeah.
Come on. Gotta spit the balls. Spit the balls.
Oh, that was such a joke.
It's all good. It's all good. Come on.
Oh, God, I can never rhyme, but I'm trying.
Hey. Bars.
No. Then I get lost trying to rhyme with trying.
And
Graham
welcome
over
back
here.
to another episode of Barbershop Talk Like This. I'm your host, Trey the Barber.
And it's your other host, Dice the Barber.
Kush in the building as always.
And today in the building, we got my man, professional dancer, master astrologist, founder of Drunk Astrology,
Drunk
Graham.
astrology.
Hey.
Graham
Breitenstein.
Breitenstein.
Thank you, Trey.
I said Breitenstein.
Dice been
I
knowing
wasn't
me
even
for
going-
years,
I
and
ain't
he
even
didn't
going-
get it right.
Listen,
I
this
did
is
it
why
on purpose.
kept practicing.
No. I did it on purpose. I did it on purpose. I was doing
No,
it.
you did.
That's what
Nigga
they all
Bernstein,
say.
I mean Breitenstein, you know what I'm saying? Like, I did it on purpose. I just wanted to fuck with him.
Oh my God.
I'm also mad that I didn't know this intro. I would have joined in
I mean, you did.
on the talk like this. I would have.
No, you can't do that.
Listen,
That's not true. That's not
Oh,
true.
that's not
the
the
guests
brand.
don't know. Listen, the guests don't know that coming in. But
Right.
you know it going out.
Out.
Yeah.
So you say
Understood.
it on. You know what I'm saying. So
Understood.
don't
Outro.
worry about it.
Understood.
Now, a couple
Understood.
things we do to start our show out. The first thing we do is we
I
like
ain't
to
got no
thank
cup.
God for waking us up this morning,
Amen.
allowing each and every last one of us to be here. We ask him that he continues to bless us, protect us through this pandemic, and keep everybody's health up. Take care of our families. In Jesus' name, amen.
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 Kush, use your McDonald's cup, son.
That ain't mine, and that's
That's
the ashtray.
Carrie's. That's
That's the ashtray.
show.
That's the ashtray, bro.
Well,
And
I
then
don't know
the
what to
second
tell
thing
you.
we do.
Second thing we do
I
is
don't
we
drink
kick
anyway,
our
I
show
smoke.
off with a
Oh,
shot.
This is why my business
Exactly.
is named what it
See
is.
what I tell you.
Uh-oh,
There
drunk
you go.
astrology.
Deep throating
Hold
the
up.
blunt. I told you last night. They thought, look, he tried to say, no, I don't. I caught him. Right here on camera.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, my God.
Oh God, it's
Listen.
strong.
What
Oh,
That's your second shot.
Dice
yes, it
puts
is.
more saliva on the blunt that is definitely not required.
I like to eat
Said,
pussy.
listen, I can't
I come from
I
a
can't watch
community
him roll a
called
blunt
Smoke Your
and
Own.
smoke it. Like if he ever
Smoke
smokes a
your
blunt, he
own.
catch me because I'd be like, if I watch him, I'm like, nigga, don't need all that goddamn saliva.
I had to
make that
learn
shit
on
stick
my
up.
own.
One little-
Nobody taught me how to roll a blunt. I just had to
Listen.
learn on my own. I was like, all
And
right,
he
know what I
said
mean?
he
Roll that
still
shit.
ain't figured out the right amount of
Exactly.
spit ratio.
Yeah.
So leave him the fuck alone.
okay. So if you want real comedy, is there another? You have another paper? I have never rolled a blunt in my
Oh
life.
no, we ain't about to do that to you.
Nah.
Yeah. We ain't about to
Weed
do
is
that
way
to you
too
in here,
expensive
brother.
nowadays
Yeah.
to be
We ain't
practicing
My
rolling
first
shit.
blunt that I ever rolled, it looked like a goddamn diving board, bro. Like that shit was like straight flat like this. You know
That
what
looks
I'm
like Cush's blunts today. Kush
Ah.
roll them little bitty ass blunts.
I
They
roll
look-
my little personal blunts,
Kush
dog.
roll
My
up,
blunts
look.
ain't for
Kush
passing,
roll up,
dog.
that shit
I
be
roll-
half a joint size, bro.
And it works just fine
I'm like,
for
what
me.
the fuck is
Right.
that? He be like, you want to
He's
smoke?
got his type of.
I'm like, he be like, you want to smoke?
I
I'm
smoke
like, what the fuck
because
are we
I sit in
smoking?
front. Hey, you already know what I'll be doing. So
Yo,
You already know what I'll be doing.
I've
so.
seen Kush take a nug this fucking little and turn that motherfucker to a whole goddamn blunt.
Look, me and Chris used to live together. This motherfucker, that's why he always gave me the weed. Like, here, nigga, you roll.
Facts.
You roll it up.
Facts.
You
You
know what
roll
I'm
it
saying?
up. Here you go. Here
But
go a
that nigga,
whole
was-
lot of
that
weed.
nigga was smoking my saliva.
I didn't know.
no.
Here's the thing. By the time the blunt got to me, it was dry.
Bro, look.
Yeah,
Like,
you
he
right
went-
now
he
because
went-
I would try it. I'll try it.
I
I'll
never
try it.
went
I'll
through none
never-
of that spitty shit.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
was
You gotta
always
try it.
doing something, and then I came back. The
Now
blunt
we
would
gotta
come to me.
take, we
It was
gotta
dry.
burn the bacteria off.
I would
You know what I'm saying?
never-
You gotta
I
burn the
never got a
bacteria
spit.
off.
I will
Look, Dice.
never-
For what it's worth, I never got a spitty blunt from Dice. Never ever got a
What?
spitty blunt. I
Guess
hear what you
This
say,
nigga- hold
and
on,
I
listen.
see what he doing,
Even after,
but I
listen,
never
get
got.
it. Guess what? But even after, Dice is the most wet mouth nigga to ever smoke behind. Every time you get
I ain't
that
never
shit,
had that
motherfucker
issue.
soggy than a motherfucker. Like, what the fuck was you doing with this shit? Did you dip this shit in water or something, motherfucker? Nigga, listen.
Hey,
I stopped,
hey,
listen,
hey,
got
hey,
lost.
I
I
think,
stopped smoking with him.
hey, I think
Stop
we
smoking with him.
gotta,
I can't do it. It's
I
too
think
much-
we got
too
a
much fucking
fly.
pressure.
I think we got a fly that wants to be in the podcast.
It's
Like,
too
this-
much pressure, man.
This motherfucking fly.
Coming in and out.
Kush.
Keeps gotta open
I'll
that
never
back door.
forget the
around.
first time I noticed when Dice did that shit on the blunt. We was sitting in my car. He rolled that shit, and he licked the whole paper. Put the weed down there. Licked the motherfucker. He stuck it. I'm like, all right. Then he-
He like-
hold on. After he sticks it, he said, ugh, ugh. I said, Yeah, I'm good.
I'm so good.
I'd rather eat the nug. I'd rather
Did we
eat
do
the
a
nug.
skit? Did we do a skit on that?
Yeah,
You
we
did
did.
a skit on that.
That nigga was like, I'm gonna roll my own blunt.
Yes, I'm cool.
I was like, you don't want this?
I'm cool. I
He was
got
like,
my shit.
hell no, nigga.
It's not that serious.
It's
Anyway,
not that serious.
Graham, where are you from?
Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville, the Ville. Okay,
The Ville.
Louisville.
502.
Hey.
That's why he's called the 502 Kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But the only thing
He say
that really
stuff like, "Hey, dawg."
that really goes down in Louisville is the Kentucky Derby, right? Like that's like a big thing.
That's like the big, yeah. I
Did
think
he
that's
try
what
to
most
just
people.
shit on your city? Like, the only
No,
thing
nigga,
that
it
goes
is.
down.
No, that's like the.
I mean, I get it's the big thing, but
I have family that live in
you ain't
Louisville.
from there. You can't shit
No,
on
no,
North
no,
Side.
no, nigga.
Listen,
I got
you
family.
can't shit on Camden. I promise you.
No,
He
no,
like,
no,
what?
no.
What you talking about?
My cousins and my aunt and my uncle, they live in Louisville, and they tell me that shit.
Oh, but hold on. We do have Louisville Slugger.
Aha.
And we have
And
bourbon.
they have
Hold
Muhammad
on.
Ali.
We have Muhammad Ali and we have bourbon.
Come on, man.
Y'all are like the number one place for whiskey.
Yeah. Oh well, all things bourbon. Tennessee is kind of whiskey.
Yeah, but
Kentucky
something about the
Listen.
water.
These motherfuckers always wrong. I'm telling you, listen, 90% of the time, Dice is wrong. He swears he's right, but he's not. I'm telling you, he's wrong.
I say when I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying?
He
You are
said
right.
whiskey.
You are right. Now, I mean, that is
Does this count as a fight?
Bourbon.
What'd you say?
Does this count as a fight?
Bourbon. Bourbon.
Suburban.
That's what he said.
not
Bourbon.
Kentucky. You said
He said
Louisville?
suburban.
no, where the whiskey was made at.
Bourbon.
Tennessee.
Tennessee, yeah.
Tennessee whiskey, Kentucky
Tennessee,
bourbon.
Yeah, Tennessee, yeah, exactly.
Damn.
Here, man. Anyway, so how was it growing up in Louisville?
It was cool. It was it gave small town vibes, but Louisville's like the biggest city. But
Gotcha.
so now it's way more of like an artist town, or a little bit more of like a bigger town. Oh no, I'm good. I'll be on another planet.
It's all good.
And I study
this is
them, but I don't think I
Barbershop
should
Talk
go to
like
them.
this.
Uranus. You'll be on Uranus.
I talk about the planets, but I shouldn't go to the planets.
Hilarious. You can see the stars.
Yeah.
So and so now you're a professional dancer. How long have you been dancing? Were you dancing ever since you were young?
No.
When did you start? Yeah.
So I never really formally trained until I moved here, which was August of 05.
Okay.
But like
That's crazy.
back home when I was 15, I was sneaking into clubs because I was like, I fell in love with music, fell in love with clubs and dancing.
Right.
But it didn't really come to my mind like, oh, this can be a professional.
It wasn't the shit in
Career.
Louisville.
No.
Right.
No, I mean, I was going to like a country line dancing club that had
He was square dancing and shit.
that had other rooms. The bar was called Coyotes. But the main room
Oh,
was like a line dancing.
That
and then-
already sound country. As
Oh
hell.
yes, and then there was like top 40s room, and then there was the hip hop room, and then there was like the rave. Techno
So you was
room.
in like the hip hop rave room.
I think
Not
he
the
was-
rave. I
think
hated
he
the
was
rave.
going in all the rooms and just mixing up the styles and
You're
fucking
really,
everybody
you're actually
up.
right because
Hey.
so at that time at 15, I thought they were like older women.
He out there doing
But
parallels.
they were
and
probably
shit.
like my age now, like mid 30s or something. They're like, "You're so cute."
Older women.
But that is older
come here
women
and
for you at
dance.
that time. That
Yeah,
is
at 15,
technically,
it was like,
it's technically older
This
women.
older woman is trying to.
trying to fuck the
She's
shit out of
30.
you.
That's 15 years. That's
Like-
an
like
older
she's a
woman,
cougar,
bro.
goddammit.
She a
True.
cougar at that point.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's how I learned how to line dance, though, was because all these just older women would come and be like, "You're so cute, come dance with me." And I was like,
Like,
okay,
show me something.
sure. Like, what is it?
How do I do
1, 2,
this
3,
shit?
and I'm
1, 2, 3.
Hilarious.
But yeah, but I actually liked top 40s pop and then the hip hop room. Those were my two. Like, I don't want to leave these two rooms.
Right. So what makes you want to move to California?
So I left when I graduated high school. I was 17. I left. I went to school in South Carolina, and thinking things were gonna get better because for me, I was very angsty, angry teen. Like no one understands me. Little did I know,
Right.
I didn't understand me. But 2 years into like living in the deep South in Charleston, South Carolina, I was like, I gotta get the
Fuck out
outta
of here.
here.
Like, I don't belong here.
Yeah, and I knew that New York or LA were the options, and because I knew I wanted to, at the time, Britney Spears, man, she was the one. I was like, I have to dance with her. Like
Right.
that's what I got to do, and I
Right.
knew that LA was the location, so that's why I moved.
And then you get here and
I get here and I couldn't even
how's
turn
your
on
struggle?
beat.
How's the struggle, when you get here?
Yeah, I mean, it was a wake up call. I mean, Louisville was always small town vibes.
Everybody.
Charleston was small town vibes, but like Southern
Right.
debutante
You get here, it's
mentality.
like, damn, I'm like
and
in
then
a
you get
city
here and it's
city.
like
Big
everybody
city.
from everywhere.
Yeah.
I got super overwhelmed, and the first 2 years I was just terrified of everyone, of everything. I was still in school. I was working 2 full-time jobs. Like,
Did you
trying
know?
to make it
Did
work.
you know who you were at that time when you moved out here?
no.
Okay.
No, I mean, I still moved out here with my high school girlfriend. Like,
Right.
she and I were still together.
Sand to the beach,
You know what I
boy.
mean? It's like you come out here and then you realize like, I don't think I like this.
Yeah, I mean, that took a lot of like trial and error of like, what is going on? Why am I attracting what I'm attracting? Like, I don't get it. Like, I've got a girlfriend. Like,
Like I always had a girlfriend my whole life.
like, leave me alone. Like, what's going on? And then it was just like, oh shit.
Like yeah,
One
yeah.
drunken night, and it was like, oh well.
This is what it is.
Because then my eyes got way bigger. Like, well, what do I like now? I felt like Ariel and Little Mermaid,
That's
a whole
funny.
new world. It was like,
So a whole
hey.
new world, a different time and place.
That's even funnier hearing him sing this
so
shit.
it's like
It's
so
better.
It's way better hearing you sing that song.
Right, right.
Do that one more time, Dice,
No,
just so we
no.
can hear the high note, too.
never again.
He got high.
Oh, there's another one. Dice with Ariel.
Dice,
You know what I'm saying?
put Dice's face on
another
Ariel,
one.
please, Paul,
Yeah, put his
please.
face
See if
on
you can hook
Ariel.
that up, Dice.
Oh, my
Paul.
God, here
If
we
you
go.
get that done, dog, oh, my
Here we go.
God.
So-
Look, he
I
pulled
believe-
out
I
the
think he can
laptop.
do
He
it.
about to get it
So-
done,
so-
too.
so look,
He's
so-
like, no problem.
So
Hold my
so-
beer.
So when you move out here and you realize, who you are, how was that presenting it to your family and to your friends? To everybody who knew you.
So it was split. So the people that I had met here, there was no issue because it was like, you're just meeting me. You're meeting me now as like an 18, 19-year-old. Like
Right,
you
right.
don't know the buildup to get here. So
Right.
being here, it was nothing. But
LA.
then like, yeah, and that's what it felt like. And then being in the dance world too, it was just like, oh, this is like,
Everybody.
no one
Yeah,
it cares. No one's checking. Like it doesn't matter.
it is what it is.
But yeah, but it took me years to get to my family to be like, okay, like this is just what it is. It took a long time. I mean, because there was a lot of Southern religious upbringing.
Right.
I thought, it goes deep, but I thought that there was something massively wrong with me on a spiritual level.
Because you were so trained in your mind. This is what it's supposed to be. Type
And just from
situation.
going to like one of those big like theater type churches. where
Joel Osteen.
Where they do pray the gay away, and then camps that they send them to. Like, I mean, I saw
Are you
all
serious?
of that. Oh, I was part of the
One of those.
like watching like 4 grown men go to the pulpit each time and say like, I'm no longer gay, and God touched me at the camp, and whatever.
Right.
I saw it and was just like, so all of that was just ingrained in my mind.
Right.
So then it was just like the resistance was just inside of myself. Like, this can't be it. This can't be it because this is massively wrong.
Yes.
And then so it took a lot of
Yeah.
reworking.
Mental.
And honestly, that's how astrology came in, because I was looking to understand myself in a different way with some objective source. Like, I wasn't comfortable, or I didn't think I could afford therapy, so I was like, I have to find something on my own.
Mm-hmm.
And a friend of mine put me onto astrology, and then like it turned into now 15 years later.
Yeah, and we're gonna get into that. But the thing is, it's like once you got to that point, like it made you feel so much better because you wasn't hiding anymore, right?
Yeah, it felt better. Like once I came out to everyone, and what I did was I was with who's my birthday twin. She and I have the exact same birthday. She's from Jersey. I was with her, but we're both September 13th, both 1985, within 4 hours of each other.
Wow.
So our charts in astrology are damn near the same.
Right.
There's but key differences. But anyway, I was with her, and I watched a movie on Netflix one night. It had nothing to do with coming out or anything like that. But it like just took me to the point where I was crying watching the movie, and then I woke up the next day and was like, I have to do this today. Right. So I ranked everybody easiest to hardest. So I called my brothers first. And
He's the easiest to hardest.
Yes, I did.
I'm gonna build my way up to build the confidence to get to the hardest person.
I did, because then it would just be like,
was the hardest person?
And you're
dad.
gauging
Your dad.
reactions all the way up.
yeah, because my brother, I have 2 older brothers, and my middle brother was just like, well, that's great, buddy. What else is going on?
Right,
I was
right,
like, great. I was like, this is exactly why I started with you.
Did anybody feel like we knew that?
I mean, pretty much. My dad was the only one that was like, "Are you sure?"
But he kind of knew.
I think so. It's just,
Right.
I think it's like upbringing,
Right, right,
generational
right.
thing of just maybe questioning.
I had a really close friend. I ain't gonna say his name, but I had a really close friend who came out. You know what I'm saying? After many years. He texted me. He's like, "Yeah, what he said? The message was, yeah, I'm doing good. Got a roommate. What did he say? No, he said, I live with my partner. Yes, it's a man, LOL. I'm like,
Okay, we knew.
Iconic. That's iconic.
I was like, all right.
Check it out. I'm like, motherfucker, I've been knowing since we was 14. Like, I'm glad you finally accepted
Well,
it.
you remember my reaction, though? You remember my reaction?
What?
Because I didn't know.
Oh,
I knew. Remember, you cut my hair when we talked about it, and I was like, dog, like, I didn't know that. But I didn't spend as much time around him as you did.
Listen, when
I still don't know what the fuck
I'm
y'all
gonna
talking
tell
about,
you
but
this. we became friends over time, and he became one of my closest friends.
Yeah, he one of the homies.
But when I first met him, I asked him, I said, is he gay? And it got back to him. He was really upset with me. Like, he didn't want to fuck with me at all. But I knew from the moment I met him, I'm like, yeah, I know. You know what I'm saying? And it took him another 15 years, 16 years to finally accept it. But I'm glad he did. He's living well. He's, you know what I'm saying? He's happy with himself because he was angry a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Always had an attitude. I like the fuck is wrong with you?
And a lot of people, like they put it on religious beliefs and stuff like that. But I think that we all live our own lives. I mean, we all have one life on this earth. You know what I'm saying? And you have to do whatever it is in your life to make you happy. You know what I mean? To keep going on. You know what I mean? And for you to hide something like that, you know what I mean, for like so long or whatever, you know what I mean, when you realize how you felt about other people, you know what I'm saying? Like that has to be a big burden on your chest. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, you know what I mean, it's like, I mean, you gotta let that shit out, however the fuck you are, you know what I'm saying? Let people know who the fuck you are to you know what I mean? Nigga, what?
No, go ahead.
Because I'm drinking, nigga, I'm talking some real shit.
I get it. I'm just letting them know, you know what I'm saying?
He's going to keep
Anyway, because I want to get into the astrology.
No. I don't want to get into astrology yet. I want to get into because
Leo says he what's
no, because we got a segue from he came out here dancing. Then you, I mean, I know you personally from being on set with Lady Gaga. Mm-hmm. How does that land?
After years of being out here, well, and that really like is the first leading up to.
You wanted to do Britney Spears, but you got Lady Gaga,
right?
Way bigger.
Well, now, like,
yeah,
or like especially when it was when we were on the road for 12 years, yeah.
Right.
But you know, it's like Britney was at the hype when.
Did you ever
I
get to
moved
dance
here.
for Britney?
No.
But you got
I met her, but I did not.
But you got Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
And she's a forever.
Britney forever, too.
Britney forever for sure.
We got something coming.
Go ahead. Let's talk about it.
Wait a minute.
Dice is Ariel.
I think we're about to get something really
Dice.
iconic.
Go ahead, sing it, Dice. He's the end of the scene. Show me that, yo, you have to text me that, bro. Yo, that's going on my IG today, bro. I didn't see it, Yo, he killed him.
Wow.
This is iconic.
Whatever you had today.
Oh my God. Yo, Paul, you've turned into the LeBron James of podcasting, bro. Yo, Paul is the LeBron James of podcasting right now.
All right, but anyway, now I mean, continue on.
He is killing it today, bro.
No.
Come on.
No, the scene.
I don't like
listen, y'all don't understand. See, there's a thing that Dice says, nah, I mean, 1,000 times.
I cut his hair. He hear me say nah.
There's
mean.
a nah mean episode. There's a nah mean episode where he was trying not to say nah mean, and he said it like 100 times.
Oh, my God. He said it twice one time.
I said, fuck it, I'm going to say nah mean.
He said, nah mean, nah mean. I said, you got nah mean for a nah mean?
One too many nah means.
Too many things. You can't. That's like a double negative.
It sounds like an Asian dish. It sounds like an Asian dish. Like, let me get one of them nah means.
It's really confusing. Hey, check this out, Graham. It's really confusing when he starts this sentence off with a nah mean. Nah mean? No, nigga, you haven't said shit yet.
You ain't said shit yet. I really don't know what you mean.
The subject, verb, and adjective first.
Nah mean.
And then nah mean.
Oh, shit.
Nah
Confused. Like, what am I nah mean to?
But anyway, nigga, you know what I mean?
See?
Is this thing on?
Now that I have pointed it out, that's all you're going to hear for the rest of the episode is nah mean.
And he can't fight it. He's trying to fight it now, but every time he thinks about it, it's just going to fly out his mouth.
I didn't even know I said it until I just said it. I said, but anyway, nah,
Nah, I mean, it's too natural.
Oh, shit.
Paul, run the counter. Paul, run the counter.
Go ahead.
What are we talking about now? I already
We talking about you.
Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga.
You know, all of this.
We were on we were on how you landed Lady Gaga.
Got it. Well,
Nah, I mean.
that came.
Nah, I mean.
That was on purpose.
Okay, good.
That was on
But
purpose.
the rest of them aren't going to be.
Understood. That came after years of training out here, starting to meet and network, and took meeting Richie.
Right.
Richie Jackson, who's the choreographer I now assist, but he was at the time the assistant choreographer for Gaga when she came around, and he and I had already worked together on like smaller projects for a while, and he had helped in the training process as far as I go.
Right.
He got me ready to be like, oh, okay, because my first music video, not as an extra, was Gaga's Love Game video, which I think is her third music video.
Right.
And like, I mean, that was huge for me, and I had like a solo shot, and I was like, oh my God,
Like
I'm really
I gotta
doing
be,
what
I gotta like I came out here to do this shit and I'm really doing it.
Well,
y'all gonna see me on Lady Gaga shit.
Well, and Joseph Kahn was the director, and he was
Pain in the ass.
I had seen
Rough. That was a hard day. I know.
I had seen him on.
Hella experience.
Remember when MTV used to do Making the Video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I had seen Joseph Kahn like direct music videos. I think he had done NSYNC and Britney or whatever. So I was geeking over him. I was freaking out that I wasn't good enough to. I mean, I had so much talk in there. Like, there's just no way. There's no way that I can do this.
Meanwhile,
I'm gonna
they've
get
already
fired. And I never did. But I mean, I just couldn't believe that it was actually happening.
Right.
And that it was something that I was actually doing. Because, you know, I mean, I was naive as shit. I was 19 when I moved here. So
He's like, shit, I'm taking the chance.
I was,
Fuck it.
yeah, but I don't know that I actually ever believed I was really going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think the whole time I was like running scared. Like, is this really happening? Like, when the phone calls kept coming, like, are we sure?
Like,
Me?
Yeah.
Are we
like
sure?
I'm going out
Yeah,
the
they
country.
sure.
Like
Yeah.
we're going to Paris. Like what?
No, every single time, though, like 4 tours and then the Vegas residency, still, I'm just like, are we we're sure?
Yeah.
Me.
And
We're talking
you-
about me, right?
Yeah.
And look,
Yeah,
you know,
for
I've been
sure.
cutting your hair for a long time. Richie, who I cut you and Richie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And they got me to come to the Super Bowl.
Sure did.
All of the dancers were happy that I was coming.
Yes.
They was like, I had no dice.
Dice can cut
That's
hair.
what's up. Get him the fuck out here. And Richie was like, I need dice.
Yeah, no. I mean,
You know what I mean?
there was a
And
lot of us. that
Richie's
did.
a good dude, you know what I mean? And everybody was like, yo, I need dice. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if you're feeling the heat. but
Nah,
there's
nah,
heat
nah, I
coming
see
from
this
the-
nigga over
the
here.
pod table.
But what? No, I mean, but what? But what? You know what I'm saying?
I said nothing.
You know what I mean? Your mouth is blue from drinking that fucking drink, nigga. You over there cripping.
But it's for sure. I mean, like, there was a bunch of us that were like, get dice, please. Get dice.
Yeah. Yeah, from the first video that I came on, I don't remember what it was, but we was over at Paramount.
I remember you being at John Wayne. I remember you showing up for that one.
Was that on Paramount?
That was off the.
You
That
said
was,
no,
it.
John
That was
Wayne.
like towards like Lancaster, I think.
No.
wasn't your first
Not
one.
that one.
Yeah,
No,
probably-
no.
yeah,
We was on.
because
I
we've
was.
known you for a
Yeah, I was on
lot
the
longer
Paramount
than
set.
that.
Yeah, and Richie brought me in because Richie, you know, he like designs in his hair, and he was like, "Well, you know what? Bring dice. Fuck that. I need my hair designed." So I originally came in to cut Richie. And once I was there, they was like, you want to cut everybody else?
We would like.
Wow. I mean, Kai cut me a check. You know what I'm saying? You know Kai. I mean, Kai cut me a check. I was like, yeah. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, I kept getting phone calls. I ended up at the Super Bowl with y'all. You know what I'm saying?
You put the football laces in the
listen,
side of my head.
You know what I mean? The Super Bowl, that was iconic because my haircut was all over that halftime show. You know what I mean? For me personally, I was like, this shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I was like, this shit, I never knew a barber, you know what I mean, to cut at the Super Bowl. And I was one of them.
And he was the barber that he knows himself, goddammit.
I'm sit over here with Graham because it seems like we're interviewing Dice. This is Dice's moment.
No.
About being at the goddamn Super Bowl.
No, not
it's 5 minutes to get there.
I'm putting our relationship.
Our personal relationship, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
under the sea.
Under the sea, goddammit.
Nah, what I mean.
Nah, me. Nah, what I mean.
I can show
Dice as every Disney princess needs to be.
Why are they doing this to me, Graham?
Dice as every
Graham, why are they
Disney
doing this to me?
princess.
Oh my God!
I need all of these because this is going to be my
Bro, I ain't got
Yo.
shit else to fucking do.
You have got to send me.
I can show you the world.
Nah, me. No, Paul.
I can show you the world.
Nigga, you might as well put me on motherfucking
Jasmine splendid, not me.
You might as well put me on Uranus, nigga. Put me on Uranus. Fuck it.
Oh my God.
Tell me, Dice.
Oh my
when
God.
was your last
Oh my God.
not me?
Oh my God.
A whole new world, not me.
Not me. Not me.
Fuck y'all.
Not me.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Oh my God.
So
Oh Lord.
you know, you go from all that sit around
damn,
like
We got a boy band, I think, here.
yeah, I'm the bass. I'm the bass.
I'm the nigga that
Can we
can't
put
really
a poll
sing.
on the live?
he put Saturn. He put Uranus in the
Perfect.
Saturn in the
That's
background.
Saturn.
He put Saturn in the background. Nigga, I said Uranus, not Saturn.
It's a planet. It makes sense.
Nigga, whatever. Nigga.
He was
We should
flying
put a
to
poll
Uranus.
on the live. How many people want to see us as a boy band?
Oh wow.
I'm the nigga that can't sing to just do the good. That
He
backup
Michael
dance.
Bivins. You say, hey baby.
Yeah.
Hey baby. I know I fucked up.
But, you
He
know.
harmonized in the background. You be like, hey baby, I fucked up. I know I did wrong.
I learned the business. That's
You know
what
what I'm
I
saying?
He loves you though.
And I love you
So you go from that.
Nah, I mean,
Not me. What up, Dice?
That's all you gonna hear for the rest of
for
the
the rest of the
episode.
podcast.
That's just all I'm gonna pop out now, man.
Yeah.
Lady Gaga gets the residency. Next thing you know, we go into a pandemic.
Yeah.
Pandemic happens. I cut your hair. So we sitting there, we talking, and you're talking about astrology.
Yep.
And you're really, really getting into it. So tell the people what really puts you to where you are right now, because you have your own situation going on right now, and it's called drunk astrology.
Yep.
For me personally, a lot of people think that it means like, I'm not trying to get drunk and talk about astrology. For me personally, when I heard it,
It
I
totally
said,
made sense.
no, it did not.
Can I ask a question? 'Cause you told me
No,
that-
because
Wait a
I'm
minute.
not done.
I
I'm trying to intro this. I'm trying to intro this. Can I finish it? So for me personally, I thought that it meant being drunk on astrology, like being intoxicated with astrology. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people
With the
like,
knowledge.
I'm not trying to get drunk, and I mean, and being on astrology. I was like, yo, you're being like, you're getting all this intoxication of astrology. That's what I thought it meant. So go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, finally got there. I was trying to answer my question a long time. I was like, no, I'm gonna get there in a minute. So, I'm trying to get a better understanding of astrology, because all I know is Libra, Cancer, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We act like this, you act like that, but I understand it's deeper than that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
so that's the like layer one of astrology is like, oh, I'm a Virgo, you're a Leo. What's your sign? Libra. And then what's yours?
Scorpio.
Deep.
See?
So there's just like personality profiling that we do, like, you know, when someone's just kind of surface into astrology, be like, oh, you Libras, well, you know how to have a good time, but man,
drunks,
make up your mind. Yeah, drunks. Yeah,
drunks.
Sure.
Drunks.
You know, there's that level, but so
what put you there
where
first?
did we start? So, well, we kind of...
What made you go there?
Yeah, before we get into descriptions,
I'm trying to get an understanding of it first before we get there.
All right. So do
what
the understanding, and then let's go back to what put you there.
This is the part that I really like about astrology, and this is what I do with clients and for myself and, you know, for the people in my life, is a study of the planets, how they relate to each other, and their cycles, because that is when timing of things comes down. So all the planets are up there, and they're always moving. So, but they all move at different speeds, and while they're up there moving, they're moving between the signs. So, like right now, the sun is in Virgo, Mercury's in Virgo, the moon's in Taurus.
What's in Libra?
Nothing at the moment. I'm so sorry.
I'm empty.
Figure it out. What's in there for Leo?
Are there any planets in? I know we already left Leo.
Oh, we just left. What about
Scorpio?
Scorpio. Do we have anything in Scorpio? I know
something's
come
rising.
Come November, we're gonna start moving into a big season for a year and a half for the Scorpios.
All right, so let's continue.
But yeah, so it's really like astrology's really like when you get down to like beneath the surface of it all of like just personality profiling, you're really talking about studying planets, their cycles, the sign they're in, and their relationship to each other. It comes down to math and science. The science is the planets. The math is what angles are they at to each other, because those angles will dictate, oh, this is a harsher aspect. A 90-degree angle is called a square. So if you've got two heavy hitter planets squaring each other, you've got, just think about a square. You got one line going this way and another line coming this way. They are meeting, and they're both trying to go, but in different directions. So it's a stressful aspect that requires some sort of action to move forward. So then there's a bunch of other different.
Okay, so look, honestly, you got me kind of stuck. How long is nothing gonna be in my shit? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to do some big things right now. I need to know if I'm like moving in.
No, this is gonna be good because you always. So when you want to launch your biggest things, depending on. Things are still. Depending on your chart, I mean, there's other things we can look at. But whenever we enter Libra season, which is September 22nd this year, when we get to your season, there's hello.
Who is that?
Who's calling?
That's my Bluetooth?
How may I direct your call? God, was that you?
So go ahead.
So when we get to your season, which is September 22nd. You're always going to have a new moon in your sign. So now when you look at lunar phases, every month we have a new moon and a full moon. A new moon is initiating. You start new things. You start a new project. You launch something. Or you manifest in. Because the universe has, like, the sun and the moon are in perfect alignment with your sign. So I like to say it's like an open portal. The universe is like, so Libras, what do you want?
So if it's a full moon on my birthday.
So if you have a full moon, that's more like
I'm getting it all, baby.
It's a spotlight, but it's also full moons are releasing. Something has to be let go of. Or if like it's on your birthday and you have the full moon, it's like that you now cast what's called a solar chart, a solar return, and it casts your forecast for the next year around the sun, for the sun to get to Libra again. And so that would be a year where you're more likely to be identifying things, cycles, people that need to be released, that need to, that need to be reworked.
More of a trying time.
Not necessarily trying, I mean, because you are reaping harvest from something that you started 6 months prior under the new moon in your sign.
Right.
But you'll never have a full moon in your sign during your birthday season, because that's when the sun and moon are opposite each other. So
that just for me?
No, that's for everybody. So so we're in Virgo season now, and so September 6th there's a new moon in Virgo, which is huge for me.
Right.
Then 2 weeks later we'll have a full moon in Pisces, because now the sun will still be in Virgo, but now the moon is opposite in the opposite sign. So this is how you get really deep here.
Chart.
I know.
I'm high and tipsy, and that shit like shit. The stars.
What does that mean for Pisces?
Shit, the Virgo.
So then they're going to be reaping harvest from what they started under the new moon when we were in Pisces season back in like end of February, March. So it's like we do this lunar dance all year where we have a new moon in our sign, and then 6 months later we have a full moon in our sign, and we're culminating everything that we started and that we did 6 months prior.
It's like
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like,
that's like a
what do you see
harvesting
for me
season?
in the next year? Like,
this nigga go.
I need to know because I'm planning some things.
But he's not Miss Cleo though.
I understand
But so-
that,
but-
I'm saying whatever it is that he listen. He does something.
Okay.
He knows some shit that I don't know. This nigga talk about
He gonna be
angles
able to
and
tell me.
math and science and shit. Like, nigga, listen. I'm listening and I'm trying to get it, but hey,
So
what I know is he knows something. So I want to know, what does he know about my particular sign?
So I'm gonna.
My birthday is October the 9th.
Okay, he's gonna go get my my planner,
Okay.
and we're gonna tell you when the new moon in Libra is, because that's when you're gonna want to start.
Doing my thing.
You're gonna want to start, putting things out there.
What about that whole good year for Scorpio you were talking about next year, man? Fuck all that Libra shit.
Yeah.
You said next year was good, and I'm feeling good right now too. Shit, man, it seems like things are coming together and shit.
Hold
What are
on.
you talking about,
let's
bro?
get Trey together.
Hold on.
Let's-
Yeah,
Trey's
get
freaking out. So
Trey's over here losing his mind. Hey, you had a good year already, nigga. Shut up.
Listen, he looked at me and said, nothing. I'm like, what? Nothing? Like, nigga, listen.
Hold on.
Nothing.
Hey, you don't want to hear
Calm
nothing.
down.
Like, I couldn't get a half a moon, a half
No
a
moons,
star,
no nothing.
half a Leo, something. Like, nothing. That motherfucker just empty?
Empty.
Let's.
Empty.
I was like, nigga, hold on, wait a minute. So how long is this shit gonna be empty for? Like,
Oh, you have an asteroid in your sign. I mean, it's not as powerful as a planet, but hey, you do have an asteroid in your sign.
I got show enough glow. I got it. That's what he said. I got the show enough glow. I don't got the full body glow. I got the hand glow. Okay.
But okay, October 6th.
October 9th.
Yes, but the new moon is October 6th.
Okay.
So that's when you're gonna want to start. Just get the ball rolling. Like whatever you're trying to put out there in the next year, get the ball rolling from the 6th all the way until the 20th when there's a full moon. That's a 2-week window where, I mean, you want to do it on the 6th and as close as possible, but that's when you're going to start getting the ball rolling. Ready or not, you don't want to you can't get caught up in indecision.
It's funny that you say that because I plan to take travel around that time and yeah.
But if anything, like while you're traveling, like
but it's travel for my
Business.
plans.
Oh,
for
this
my
is-
business
okay, good.
plans, you know what I'm saying?
Good.
So that you say that, I'm making sure my flight leaves on the 6th.
yeah. But also like while you're in the air, like that's the time to really like just sit with yourself and like start asking like, how do I want this to look? What am I willing to do to get it? Because manifesting, there's a whole technique to manifesting. I have whole classes around this, but you just really want to get clear about not only clear about what you want to happen, but what you're willing to do to make it happen. Because it's an exchange. You have to think like you're about to shake hands with the universe or God or whatever we call it. You're like shaking the hand, saying, "Okay, this is my part, and I'm gonna leave it up to faith that you're gonna do your part."
Gotcha.
Boom.
What about
Boom.
Kush?
Now we get to Kush.
Well,
Now that I know
Scorpios.
nothing ain't nothing.
Let's get.
Nothing from nothing, lead nothing.
Gotta have some.
Gotta have something.
Motherfucker
Punch you in the mouth.
Nah, I mean.
Nah, man.
Oh, shit.
Fuck y'all.
Dice on Eddie Murphy from Eddie Murphy Raw. Oh, shit.
Let's see. So for why I said that about Scorpios is so you all know when we hear like, oh, there's a solar eclipse, there's a lunar eclipse. We have them, 2 to 3 times a year. So they follow what's called the nodes of fate. And the nodes of fate stay in a pair of signs. So like right now they're in Gemini Sagittarius and they move backwards. So we're finishing up a Gemini Sagittarius story from the last 18, 19 months. We are shifting into Taurus Scorpio stories come November because now we're going to hit the second eclipse season for 2021. And now, so for the next 18, 19 months from November on, it's going to be a lot of like fated changes that come to the Taurus and Scorpios. So, you want to start thinking like, well, what do I want to change? How do I want it to change?
Your son might be going through puberty.
Stay away from my baby mama.
So yeah, no, I mean it's
That's
just
a
gonna.
Taurus.
Ooh, yeah, Taurus. I mean, anytime. So opposites either attract or they deflect, and even when they attract,
They deflect.
They can deflect.
Yeah, legit. Dope.
So yeah, it's gonna be a big time. It's
Hella
gonna be a
creative
big
energy lately, and it feels like some shit about to change. So that's funny you say.
Well,
that.
in 2021, really for everyone is, here's the thing. If you look at 2019, the end of 2019, 2020, and 2021.
2019, the end was horrible.
Yeah. So if you look at them from a macro level, you're just looking at like, oh, this is 2020 as a year. This is 2021. They're huge transition years. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, that's come with a lot of bullshit. A lot of activity, and a whole lot of.
But that could have a big part of how the stars are too.
Yeah. So they always lead to something. So we had a huge planetary alignment January of 2020. It's an alignment that happens every 32, 36 years. Epidemics follow the joining of those planets.
So you saw.
So 32, 36 years prior, it was AIDS. And then 32, 36 years prior to that, you just like follow the cycles. And there's always the linking of these planets leads to some kind of
bullshit
health
bullshit.
bullshit.
But the thing is, do you think that happens because the Earth knows that it's starting to be more people on the Earth than what's actually allowed? I mean, because like they say, if there's over 8 billion people on the Earth, it could start shifting. So we was at like 7.9 billion people on the Earth when this shit happened. So I would like to know if 32 years ago and then 32 years, prior to all that shit, if the population started, started making the world bigger, to where it could start shifting, you know what I'm saying? Like, and maybe this is why we have global warming and shit like that. Because we started to have more people and it started making the Earth shift to fuck up, where Earth is supposed to be at.
I love Trey's face.
Because
listen, it's real.
I love
Trey's
what he
face
said
in these moments.
But you could have concise,
pause.
I don't do that. I like to go into detail. I'm a detailed nigga.
He's a detailed nigga.
Know what I mean?
He's passionate.
Detailed nigga.
But do you think that has anything to do with something like that?
That's not astrology.
Yeah.
I'm not asking.
I'm trying to help you out real quick. Quick answer. Let's get back to the astrology.
There's Snow White, there's 7 dwarfs, the dice are not mean dwarf.
That's all they have to say.
You have to send me all of these, yo.
Oh my God!
But anyway,
Dice don't like that the joke is on him. He doesn't listen. I know this guy. I can see it in his face. It's cool. He's like whatever.
It's cool. I'm just done with it.
He over it now. It was funny the first 2 times.
But
we're
like,
not.
All right.
We're not.
But
we need a
whatever.
whole bunch of them.
We're not.
Because people can't see it because I'm talking about something serious. You know what I mean? So it's like
I think that starts to get into like your belief systems, is it something that God or the universe or the planets consciously do? I don't know.
Okay, so I want to actually circle back because you answered.
Circle it on
what about
back.
Leo? No, because he ain't saying
let
about
him
me.
get to Leo. He didn't do Leo. He didn't do Leo. What about Leo? And look. Hold up. It's a blessed time right now for Dice. He opened in his shop. It's a real blessed time. In the last 2 years,
he gave me my reading. He gave me my reading the other day.
Let's hear about that.
But
so
anyway,
you just want your reading on air now?
No.
Well,
It's different.
I'm actually gonna. So I'll do it for the elements, but there's actually what I was segueing to was 2021's transition is coming down to a tug of war between 2 planets, and it's Saturn and it's Uranus. So Saturn represents our foundation, our structures, the old way, the traditional way that we're used to doing something and showing up. And it's just kind of like good, bad, or ugly. It's just like, oh, well, this is what it always is, or this is what it always was. Mm-hmm. Uranus is the complete different energy. It is a rebel, screw every rule you've ever done, throw the rule book out, create your own rules, explosive change, unexpected things. So, think about the first 8 months of this year. and think about the amount that has changed from January to now.
Right.
So these two are they're in what's called a square. This is this stressful 90-degree angle where they're coming together and there's friction. But these are two outer planets that are mega players in astrology because Saturn is our foundation. It is what our 2 feet, we stand solid on Saturn's shoulders to just like, okay, like I've got my grounding here. And then Uranus is blowing it all up. And so I'm calling this year the decision-making year. So we've already had 2 of 3 of these squares between these 2 planets hit, right? So if you think about mid-February was the first hit. So if you just kind of think like that mid-section, like I had a job come out of nowhere, and to be a part of a fitness program for Beachbody. And it was out of nowhere. I literally, I auditioned for Beachbody
in Hawaii
4.5 months prior for something completely different.
Right.
Didn't hear anything about that one. But because my audition video, I danced with some of my house plants. They needed to replace somebody in a program they were filming, and the producer said, get the guy that danced with this plant. And it was from a video I did from 4 months prior. So anyway, that has now shifted a lot for Drunk Astrology, for me as a performer. There's a lot of things that happened that in middle of February that set me on a path of I see my crossroads now. Mm-hmm. I see where by the end of the year, because then mid-June...
And you do astrology, and to you it made sense.
Yeah, because I was curious to see. I'm always curious, so when I look at charts, it's you're looking at the math. You're looking at just the math of it all. And then you get into it with the person and you go, oh, okay, so if you're having this 6th house stuff and this 9th house stuff, here, I'll tell you what that is astrologically, but how is that playing out in your life so we can start seeing where the crossroad is and where you're being asked to change what you're used to change what's always been into what it needs to be moving forward. Because that's this dance between Saturn and Uranus all year.
That started happening in March.
In mid-February. But were you feeling it in? Okay. Yeah. And then mid-June was the next hit. And now December 23rd is the third and final. So by the end of the year, this is why I'm saying 2021 is the decision-making year. Because by December, we get to that point where it's it's probably now going to be more black and white to go, okay, I need to go this way. The old way is not cutting it anymore. And the last several weeks, we've been having a lot of Uranus transits in the sky, which is tugging on their tug of war.
That's that Leo shit.
That Leo shit. What I thought,
he's still up there on the first level.
No, because he's transitioning.
On that first.
He's coming there. He's coming there into the Leo thing.
Yeah.
You know
so what I thought I would do for you guys on the show, it would take a long time to do all 12 signs, but I can do the elements. So you're an air sign, you're a fire, you're water, and I'm earth. So we actually have a nice little Captain Planet thing going on here.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. I'll just go down. I'll go fire, earth, air, and water. So for the fire signs, Saturn is in it's all about your relationships and your partnerships and working with people close to home. Leo? You're in this. So this is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius.
Okay.
So it all has to do with your networking, your relationships, your partnerships. That's Saturn. So you're looking at, okay, my old friendships, my friendships that have been around for a while, people that I'm used to being around, whether it's romantic, family, platonic.
Remember you asked me, did I rekindle a relationship?
The last when you just cut me last
week?
Yeah.
And then that's when I was telling you, I said me and Trey had a disagreement and we rekindled, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's why
they got a divorce, and
that's why he asked.
And
I
mean, is the
I was like, well, I mean, me and Trey,
and
I mean, like we was, I mean, we went through our thing and
over nothing,
and we, I mean, and we made it right. You know what I mean? Because we were, I mean,
over nothing.
But that
you just say that.
No. But anyway, I mean, that was in our signs. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? For that to happen. And that's what I told you.
Yeah, because Saturn brings lessons and challenges. So that's where, for the fire signs, the Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, that is in this relationship and partnership area. But now Uranus is now in work. All work signs for the fire signs. So Uranus is now saying the new way. Like, how do we redefine relationships to now take work to the next level?
And
we know that Dice is opening his own store. You can find him in
Northridge.
The tonsillitis on steroids.
The sensorial.
So that's the tug of war that's
Right.
happening for the fire signs. Now, when we jump to earth signs, now we're talking about me and we're talking about Herman. That's Taurus, that's Virgo and Capricorn. So Saturn is in our work and value zone. So like the earth signs of the world are really having to look at the work they're used to doing, how they usually show up for work. Work, it could be a pivot. I don't want to do this anymore. But it's all about work, values, and then like, you know, being valued at work. So value in astrology can be financial and it can also be emotional.
You're an assistant for a big choreographer. You're being valued in your work.
Right. So but it's like, okay, so this is what it's been like up until now this year.
What the fuck is so funny?
I'm gonna take a sip on that one.
What the fuck hold it in? Am I wrong? I mean, or am I right? Am I wrong? Am I right? I mean, I'm fucking right.
It's hot.
This nigga just turned into Miss Cleo all of a sudden.
Being valued.
Your work.
Coming
out.
Oh, call me now.
Don't do it, Paul. Nigga, don't put me on a fucking Miss Cleo.
Now that will be the cover album.
Coming out.
Nah, man.
Miss Cleo.
This nigga is doing it. I know
You're
he's
being
fucking
valued, nah, me.
You're being valued.
He's
Coming out.
He's killing dice today, dog.
Oh my god! All right, but go ahead,
I'm happy
nigga,
I'm
like,
witnessing this today.
Yeah,
I'm
legit.
very much
Legit.
tequila before coffee.
Hey,
Who
listen,
knew it would be so lit?
This is Barbershop Talk like
This.
how we do
Hey, he knew it.
I did it. I learned
All right,
fast.
so
yes. So now we're still talking about the earth signs. So, but what I was saying was that value in astrology is split between there's emotional value. How much are you being valued for the earth signs at work?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's financial value. And how you value yourself is now going to be a big part of how other people's value you.
Right.
You know? Oh, wow, the tequila's kicking because I did not speak English there.
About how other people's value you.
How other people.
We
understood. We all
are
drinking.
like, what is happening at this studio?
It's drunk astrology.
It's drunk astrology. It's in the brand, folks.
Listen,
so
goddammit, we talking about astrology, but we drunk. But it's gonna make
This is
sense.
you know that this is the first time that I've actually
Had a
done
drink
readings
drunk.
Wow,
and
yeah,
drank.
all right.
Yes.
Listen, don't make
Today
it
really is drunk astrology.
Don't make it.
Today really is
No,
drunk
don't make it.
Because your interpretation is right. It's more about getting drunk on the knowledge. drunk on the
Exactly.
things
I mean,
and-
you can intoxicate
Well, today
on
you
the
getting
knowledge.
drunk while
today we're
sharing the
getting
knowledge.
literal
Drunk
with
while
the
the
brand.
knowledge
Drunk
and
and
literally.
sharing the knowledge.
If you want
This is
literal drunk
Barbershop
astrology,
Talk
tune
like
in every week.
this.
Anyway,
Graham.
come on.
All right, so
Okay,
back
sorry.
to
Yes.
Earth.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Earth signs. All right. So you guys, you understand what I'm trying to
Earth.
say? That value, how we value ourselves. is
Who's
now
the Earth
gonna
sign?
dictate. I am. Here.
What
Him and
signs?
Herman.
What
Oh,
signs?
Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. Those are the Earth signs.
And then the fire signs is
Aries, Leo, Sagittarius.
okay. And then
And then we'll get.
Look at this
You're
nigga.
coming.
I'll cover your too. You know what I mean?
I believe it though. I believe that.
Send me that. Send me that one. Send me that one. That shit is hilarious, nigga.
Cover your truth, nah, man. Call me now.
And call me now at 1-888.
this is all
Dice
pro-
the
Dice the
Barber.
Call the barbershop right now.
me now at the
Me get a
studio.
jerk chicken and a patty and a haircut and a reading in the astrology.
Anybody that's an Earth sign is like, can you finish our
Yeah,
reading,
finish the
please?
Earth sign.
With the facial.
So we just discussed the old way, right? The challenges
Right.
are coming at work on the work front. Now the changes are now happening with how we show up and our image, how we view ourselves, and how we want everyone else to view us.
Right.
Right. So the Earth signs, it's kind of it's a bit of a shaky. I almost said dicey.
Yeah.
It's a bit of like a
no
dicey.
no pun intended.
A little bit of like a dicey territory for Earth signs because
Big
we
pun
are
intended.
typically more like behind the scenes. We're kind of oops.
Oh no, I was talking shit.
We're kind of more we're more about work and service. We don't necessarily put ourselves in the limelight like that, but that's where we are getting pushed this year.
Right.
Where it's like, yes, no more valuing yourself less than you should be, or no more being in relationships that value you less than you should be. Now put yourself first, and now by the end of the year, when we have this third and final hit between these two planets, that road will probably become way more clear.
Yeah. That probably brings you and Herman like a little bit, you know what I mean, closer, and be like, yo, you know what I mean, this shit is lining up.
You know, it really does. I mean, he and I have a different things happening, but the themes, thematically, which is what astrology is beautiful for,
right?
The themes are the same.
That's crazy.
So the movements and the players are all different, but thematically we're in the same boat.
That's what's up. And what about him?
So air signs and then water signs.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I'm going
my
down,
daughter,
I'm going
my
down.
daughter's a
Let
Pisces
him
too.
do what he do.
Yeah. So now we shift into the air signs. So now we're talking Geminis, we're talking Libras, and we're talking Aquarians. So the old way of how you're showing up. And so, like, where for the earth signs, this is where we're being asked to, like, thrust ourselves into the limelight. Well, now you're looking at how have you always been showing up? What has your image been? How, you know, what are the titles you want to go by? Oops, I need this.
Yeah.
You know, what are the titles you want to be, like, known as? What do you want to be remembered for? All of that is like, okay, what you've been working on thus far, this is there's challenges this year. There's things to overcome. There's obstacles in this department. How you want to grow, how you want to expand, how you want to love. Your
facts.
Keep going. Please keep going.
Any like creative projects that you have, side projects that you want to shift into, you know, other, you know, main sources of income. Like all of those things are up, but the old way. This is the challenges of 2021 for you. But now, where the explosive change is coming is in your ability to process and your ability to let go of a lot. A lot of the air signs this year have to release a lot. There's a lot of endings. There's a lot of transitions. There's a lot of closure needed. And that's what these two planets all this year are trying to bring you to consciousness of what needs to end. Things might just be ending out of the blue, but because that's the quality of Uranus. When it comes into our chart, it's unexpected changes, but it's a more of like an emotionally volatile year for the air signs. There's a lot of, this is a heavy amount of water bringing up self-sabotaging patterns or just shadow behaviors in relationships that need to be exposed.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what, nigga, like
spot on.
Tell him.
He ain't got to.
Yeah, but just
his
know
face
that.
said enough.
Just say
his face said enough.
You were correct. You know what I'm
that
saying?
nigga might hit you up and be like, nigga, can I get a reading this?
Right.
that shit was like dead ass.
Nigga,
Spot
that
on.
shit
Spot
right
on.
there, me knowing him,
Spot
that
on.
shit was like
Spot on.
every
Spot on.
fucking thing that you said was
Spot
like,
on.
I ain't want to look at him. I don't want to keep looking
Spot
at him
on.
I'm just like, God damn.
nigga, how the hell you know me?
But what the positive thing out of that though is it confirms that what he's doing ain't wrong, right? It does put more of a confirmation in your heart, like, yo, like
this is how everything is lined up.
If there was he not a nigga that move with no doubt anyway. When he do some shit, he be like, yep, this is what it is, I'm doing it. But like if you had any inkling of any little bit of doubt, that right there probably was like,
Listen, I knew I didn't, so that's why I'm like, this motherfucker right in the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
he don't move with no doubt anyway.
It's happening.
Yeah.
Relationships is ending. Things are moving forward.
man,
Things are difficult with the kids and the transitioning. You know what I'm saying?
God damn. Yeah, hey.
I said
I said too much.
Whoa. It's the tequila
Anyway,
talking.
Let's go to
let's go to water.
him. Let's go to.
Was there anything else?
Yeah. Finish him up.
But just know, because this is for everybody, but just know that by the end of the year, by the end of December, there's likely the path will have cleared. And it's like we'll all have that clarity of thought to go, okay, enough with the old way. I just like to say the old way versus the new way. Listen, some people might just choose the old way. You know, it's all
Me.
It's choices.
Me personally,
We all have choices.
like,
We'll
it's
see
crazy.
the path.
It's crazy that you say that because me personally, with opening a new barbershop, I know I'm not going to have all 12 chairs filled up. But I was like, I'm gonna give myself at least until like Black Friday or something like that before I feel like everything is all cleared up. And you was like, by the end of the year, and me mentally thinking it, I'm putting that shit into existence. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's gonna be by the end of the year.
Oh, and this is why I was also talking about people that you've worked with before or whatever, because next month we have a Mercury retrograde in Libra, which is about bringing back old relationships. So anybody that you might have worked with at other shops, or I don't know the politics of barbering, but whatever it is,
or
like,
anybody, I mean, relationships, I mean, or all people you, I mean,
It does start early.
I'm trying to recruit Matt to come to my motherfucking shop.
Oh, you're already feeling.
I know
like,
Matt ain't gonna do it, I mean,
That's
but
too far.
anyway.
That's it creatively.
Well,
or
actually-
work
Let's get to
relationships.
let's get the Kush. Let's get the Kush.
Because I feel that. Like
Nigga, shut the fuck up and let him get to you.
Damn, that's like the 10th time you told me shut the fuck up. I told you
That's
I feel
what you
taller
get
than
when you
you
show up
today.
late, nigga.
I'm taller than him today, and I got a bottle right here.
Nigga,
he out
I'm
his
sitting
mind.
down and I'm still
You sit down.
Be
you
fluid.
better tell him. I'm saying, and I love him.
Be fluid.
He fire.
But you're water. Be fluid.
Right. Technically,
You
I'm
could
more
be- you could-
powerful, dependent.
Just be fluid so he
Not unless the
Technically,
fire's too big.
Nah,
And you run-
technically,
and you
I'm
run out of
saying,
water.
but if it-
Not
if
unless the
there's
fire's
ample-
too big and
if
you run
there's
out of
ample
water, nigga. It's
you're
gonna- I'm just
gonna
gonna keep
lose,
burning.
bruh.
See, I just gotta say, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, go
There
ahead.
you go.
Be the
Man,
wind
give me
and
a
blow
reading.
us
That's
both
what you
out.
say.
Yeah.
That's what
Both
you
of
say.
y'all, look, I
nigga.
try to
Thank you,
I
brother.
try to be
Thank you.
polite.
musical
I try to be
interlude.
polite,
A
like be
whole
fluid.
new world, different kinds of places.
All right.
It's
Bust
on
it
you.
down. Bust it down.
All right, so for the water signs, we're talking about Cancers, Scorpios, and Pisces. So now the old way this is also relationship front, right? But like specifically for Scorpios, a lot of stuff happening on the family front or on the home front. You can even go down to like relationship with parents or authority figures. But also looking at this,
What about Pisces?
yeah, Pisces are.
Hold on.
Cut out,
Pisces.
nigga.
Special kind of people.
Yeah.
My son.
I got my middle brother's a Pisces. My best friend Richie, who I work with, he's a Pisces.
My daughter's a Pisces.
I know, but I want to hear something specific about the Pisces.
But he was giving his whole
I know.
shit.
Yeah.
But
Fuck Kush.
I'm just trying to go along.
Fuck Kush.
No, listen, nigga. I'm trying
The
to make,
nigga
I'm trying to make the
just
correlation.
literally
Go
just
ahead,
said,
yeah,
"Fuck
go ahead."
Kush."
I'm trying to make the correlation. Relax.
Can you say
My
that
son's
after
a
he
Pisces
gives it
too, so it
after
don't
he
matter.
give the
I would
whole
like to hear it also.
after he give the whole
Yes,
thing,
but
then we'll go back to it. I mean, give him
Yes.
his thing.
So
I mean, we'll go back.
Well,
to
just for the water signs in general, because we can't forget our Cancers. That they might cry if we forget them.
Right.
That's a little wink wink to the Cancers.
Damn, son. It's Brother O.
Go ahead.
Brother O.
Yeah, they're just really emotionally passionate people.
Facts.
But you're looking at potential shadow sides of relationships as well. But now for you though, I would say for Scorpios, this is a real focus on home, family, relationships close to home. Do you have a relationship to your parents? Are your parents still here? Yeah. Okay, good. So kind of think about this year, like how, or now within your own family dynamic, how this year there have been changes or been pulls and tugs on the foundation of your family unit, right? So that's the Saturn side of things. Like the old way that's not working anymore for the water signs is now close to home, and in this willingness to let things go, transitions and endings as well. But now where the new way is now being pushed into your front is now in new relationships, new partnerships, new, expanding in ways with different people like that you might not even think like, oh, I didn't even think that I would be capable of, expanding in this way with these types of people. But the Uranian influence here for the water signs is now new relationships. And now, so I get the feeling that it's more looking at the old structure of how relationships have played out. And now saying there are new relationships that now you have an opportunity to redefine the structure of how you show up in relationships, how you participate in relationships. Is it an equal give and take? Scorpios take on a lot. Scorpios take on a whole lot, and before they actually say something about 16 years ago, you told me to leave my tie on, and I hated that fucking tie, And then everything comes out all at once, and it's super intense because you hold on, you harbor a lot. Scorpios tend to absorb before they actually let out. So I get the feeling that's the overarching vibe for this year. Is like looking at the traditional sense of how relationships have played out for you now.
Is any of that on point?
Oh yeah.
The Scorpio shakes his head.
This nigga, he has nothing to say, and he always has
takes
something to say.
it. Water
he's
takes
listening.
in.
He's like,
They
nigga,
take
are you
in.
fucking Cleo? Like, what the fuck? Do I gotta call you up?
Imagine this: the fire signs are the one that's like, oh, so it's like work and it's like value, and it's. He takes it in and he's like, damn.
All right, nigga, work,
got nothing.
value,
Yeah.
come.
Nah,
It's like we the drill sergeants of the whole shit. Motherfucker, like, wake up, let's go, work, get up.
Tell me about myself, damn it.
So
Yes,
what was the question?
Leo.
I mean,
Nah, I was just
I mean,
saying,
you want to know about
what was in it? What was in there for Pisces?
Pisces, there's a lot of looking at. There's a lot of releasing necessary. There's a lot of endings. There's a lot of transitions. But it's also looking at patterns, looking at repeated patterns and going, okay, the same kind of thing keeps happening. How do I change it? So for Pisces, this is actually like the perfect time to either get with therapists, get with counselors, get with astrologers, but like think about spiritual ways to now process everything that's going on. Because like the outside world, I mean, for everyone, it's chaotic.
right
Now, but the Pisces now have to within the chaos that's all around them, they now have to go, okay, how do I find, I like to say, my wusa? How do I find my center in this so that I can still continue? This is also a major creative energy.
Can I say
that's
something real?
for Scorpio.
nigga, boy.
boy.
I mean,
nigga,
can I say something real quick because I have something to add to that because my daughter
Leo has something else to say.
no
Hold on. Are you about to ask a question?
No,
or are you going to just tell?
He gonna drop some dice knowledge,
No,
bro.
I want it.
Dice astrology knowledge.
What the fuck?
Nah, me.
Nah, man.
my daughter, right?
It's funny, Dice. Don't try to not laugh, nigga.
Listen, no, I'm being serious.
No.
My daughter, right?
I'm being serious.
My daughter, I mean, she got her own business, and I'm opening up the barbershop, and she's going to be a major part in my barbershop as far as like selling, her products and stuff like that. And she's a Pisces, so this could actually, you know what I'm saying?
And I would say specifically for Pisces that it's close to home. There's new opportunities to make contracts, agreements.
Right. And I've been having her in like all these different like major events and shit out here like that. So for a Pisces, my daughter to be like that makes a lot of sense.
Now
This
back to
nigga
what
is
I
the
was gonna
truth.
ask before you started my
Who, him?
thing
Yeah, this
with,
nigga's the truth.
Nigga, I'm trying to tell you, nigga, like
that
this
energy
motherfucker
starts early.
Yeah.
every time he come into my shop, I'm like, what you got?
Because
Tell me.
the working energy.
We talk, and I cut his hair. We
Well,
talk, and I get it for free because I'm his barber. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm supposed to get it for free.
Can I
you
get
been on
five?
barbershop talk like this now, so I'm gonna be texting her like, "Hey, Graham, what's up, dog?
When do the
Come on,
when do the
listen,
free
listen.
cuts come in? Free cuts,
Hey, listen,
Anybody?
Listen, you still get the old prices.
check it out.
You don't even get the new prices.
Oh, there's new prices.
Listen,
Ooh.
both
my
of them.
my new clients, my new clients,
Both of them.
my new clients. All my old clients, they're fathered in.
Right.
All the new people.
We love that.
Listen,
Loyalty.
so you know what I'm saying? Don't even
Thank you,
Learn that from
Trey.
me.
Thank you,
don't
Trey.
feel like you're not being
Thank you, Trey.
appreciated.
What?
Just kidding.
You know what I'm
Thank you,
saying?
What?
For the grandfather, the grandfather clause.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
my god.
We love that.
Anyway, I was asking a question, but you was
got
talking.
more grace than me,
here's the
grandfather.
thing.
I do.
Like, so I don't think that you're experiencing an early Mercury retrograde, but because of these two tug of wars that are happening, or the tug of war that's happening all year long, it has a lot to do with your relationships. So any relationship that needs to be
Rekindle.
changed or reworked, remastered, revisited, whatever, they're coming up because Uranus has been triggered over the last 4 weeks. So a lot of this has been coming up lately for everyone. But while everyone's everyone that's not thinking about the stars and thinking about the timing of things, it's just why is this happening? Like this week was terrible. This is so shitty. I don't get it. But it's no, there's a meaning. There's a reason. And the overarching reason is that these two planets are trying to get you clear on the direction that you're meant to blast off on come January of 2022.
All right, I got a question real quick.
What's your question, Trey?
So listen, that was a lot of breaking down. You know what I'm saying? That was a lot of breaking down in that little small segment. And you was like, I can just do this part. How deep does this shit go?
Oh, you can talk about all
I got a question too.
kinds of things.
I got
Can
a
I
real.
get mine answered first?
Yeah. The three of us have questions, so we could just go right back around the room.
Oh, man, I got a question too.
We're going to start with his.
Raise your hand.
We already
for the
started
next
with his.
question.
Can he finish his?
Yeah.
Right, like we was in the middle of my explanation, and you just chime. I got a question.
No, my thing is, I just don't want you to end it.
I want to ask something.
So you can follow at Drunk Astrology on
Instagram.
Go ahead. So
it goes really deep. I mean, you can take, looking at one birth chart, you can continue to unravel all kinds of things.
nigga, he broke it down to the day I was born to the time that I was born.
I got a question
Now,
about
for
that.
you to be who you are, bro. Now, it's too much time to do all that shit, but he could break it down to the exact time and second that you was born to who you are, bro.
I asked the room this question.
I'm not done, nigga.
Well, you are now.
Because you wasn't the one who was supposed to be fucking answering. That's why I'm looking at you like,
Right.
shut the fuck up.
Yeah, real easy.
A whole new world. Anyway.
Hey, all right. So the question is. Wait.
Let him finish.
I mean, listen.
I thought he was done. Okay, so the question is, and I'm asking the room, since we were talking about birth times and all of that stuff, y'all ain't never had them girls that be calling you and be that, you talking to her and then yo, let me get the birth time.
What time were you born?
You ain't never had a chick ask you that shit? What time were you born and no stuff like that?
Crazy.
Okay, that's my point. That's what I was gonna ask him. When them chicks come around, they a bad shit crazy. Yeah,
they're not. I'm not saying they're crazy.
Bad shit crazy.
They're not crazy.
I'm
They're
crazy as
just
fuck.
trying
To know you.
Trying to figure out.
They trying to figure out who the hell you is. Should I waste my time with this motherfucking nigga or not? Because it's a lot of things I don't trust.
Well, because when you talk about chemistry and synastry, like that's another type of reading. Like
Chemistry
that's
is
something you can
synastry?
do.
Yeah.
Like there's
whether or not you
SYN
two are even
or
aligned to be
SIN?
cool.
SYN.
All right.
Synergy.
Synastry.
Yeah.
Synastry, nigga.
Synastry.
So
that's
synastry charts, you're looking at your chart
synergy is real too.
and your chart, right? You put two charts next to each other and say, how do these charts get along? So
We was definitely gonna talk shit to each other the whole time.
for sure.
Right.
Leo, Scorpio, yeah.
But we tight though.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Two of my closest
You're
friends
both
is
fixed signs, so it's just like, yeah, we get it.
Yeah.
But so the tequila's kicking in. I forgot where I was going.
Synergy and
Synastry.
chem.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, I
Yes.
got you.
So here's the thing.
I'm with you. I'm paying attention.
Thank you.
I'm with you, dog.
Astrology. It's drunk
You see the
astrology.
other two got quiet too, though. They was on this wrestling.
It's drunk astrology.
I was like, oh,
He like,
no.
hell yeah.
I'm the only sober one in the
Yes.
room, actually, which is what I remember. I'm the only sober one. I'm not drunk. I'm not. I haven't had anything. So
Where we going after this? Where we going?
Sip
Where we
on
going?
this one.
He popped up
We
like
going to the
Hulk
bar,
Hogan.
goddammit.
And they said, synergy.
Yeah.
Woo, that is. Synergy.
Oh my God.
Oh, so
Good episode.
the moral
Very
of
good
the
episode.
story is this half of the table's trash and Kush is good.
I got you.
Your readings were good, to be clear. But
that shit's crazy.
so the thing of it is, when you're talking about synastry,
Right.
someone's asking for your time. They know enough to know that they can't just say, "Oh, I don't get along with Scorpios." That's only one planet so when Virgo,
It's like,
Scorpio,
why?
there's great. So it's just like, okay, but
Why?
what about your emotional nature? That's your moon. What about how you communicate? That's your Mercury.
Right.
That communication alone tears down or builds up relationships.
Facts.
So yes, your sun sign might not get along, but maybe you emotionally and communicate on a communication level, you all meld
in
perfectly.
sync. Yeah.
So the good thing about someone who's asking for your birth time is that they're looking for more information,
Okay.
right? So
Some of them crazy though.
some of them might be crazy.
Yeah,
I can't speak to everyone.
Right.
But I know for myself, when I met that one, I was like, what time were you born? I want to know your chart, please.
And he was probably like, What time were you born? I want to know.
He does know astrology. That's for sure.
You know what I'm saying? But I got a couple questions. I got 2 questions.
What's your question, Tice?
So does it make you change your path, or do you think about it to make it line up?
Say it again.
I was with you.
Does
what the fuck did
does
you say?
What kind of question is that?
Does it make
Does it
your
change
path? Does the time change to make you change your path?
No.
Or does it depend on what time you get there to the motherfucking intersection? Is the bus coming on time?
I wrote it down, but I know how I want to ask it. Like, so you basically knowing who you are, with your astrology and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Do you try to make that be what your astrology says it is? You know, to make it kind of line up to what is actually going on. You know what I'm saying? Like
say what?
You understand you understand your path of astrology, right? And it's like, okay, this ain't going right. Maybe I need to change this shit.
Oh, I make strategic decisions and moves
That's
based
what I'm saying.
on the planet.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying.
Concise.
Is it good? Is it good or is it bad? Because sometimes you might try to do it and it's not supposed to line up like that because you're trying to do it.
Well, so I always make the joke that astrologer me and real life me have conversations all the time.
Right.
Because real life me will just want to just like do things, and then I'll always stop myself and be like,
So should you go with your gut? Because your gut, your gut is your astrology.
Well, one of my favorite astrologers, your gut is astrology. Now that's a quote.
Let me ask you a question.
That is a quote. Your gut, people, is astrology.
Yo,
That's your planets talking to you, bro. You know what I mean?
All of the years that you've been doing
That's your planets talking to you. You know what I mean? It's like, your gut is what you're supposed to do, because every time you go against your gut, you're like, damn it, why the fuck did I do that? Because your planets is talking to you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I get deep, bro. Like, y'all think it's
now
stupid.
this I get. This I get.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's see. Look, your gut is astrology. Nah, man.
But this
is
I
definitely
actually
a whole
get.
new way. Listen, I get deep.
Let them talk.
I get this.
Oh my God.
So one of the astrologers she's one of my favorite astrologers. Her name is Ann Ortley, and she always says, if it's in your heart, it's in your chart. So it's true.
Right.
So now each planet has a method depending on what you're feeling. Instincts could be Neptune. Yeah. Neptune is the god of the sea, right? When you think of Poseidon, like in Greek mythology, Neptune is Poseidon. The Romans took over and renamed everything. So now you've got Neptune's only way of communicating to you is in your subconscious or in daydreams, fantasies, intuition.
Remember I told you about my dreams.
Yes. So you have to start thinking like, okay, so if the planet of dreams and subconscious, but also your vision, Neptune is about what do you envision on a grand scale for yourself? How do you view the world? All of that is from a Neptune perspective, but Neptune can only get to you when you're asleep or intoxicated. Because it can also...
shrooms.
It can also, exactly, it can be on substance.
It's like a third world...
It's a transcension.
Acceptance.
It's like there's transcending that happens when you talk to Neptune. So it's either you're dreaming or you're daydreaming, or you kind of get lost in a fantasy. Like
right.
That's now
people that meditate.
So if you think about it's the more healthy version.
Right.
So if you think about that, then you're like, oh, okay. So now if this is what's coming in, if I'm dreaming about this now, a lot of times we can get focused on in dreams. We can get focused on what happened in the dream. Or who was in the dream. But now start thinking about the themes of the dream. And then you start going, okay, now how is Neptune trying to get to me? What is Neptune trying to say to me? I read a book called Making the Gods Work for You, and this is like, this is when I learned this whole theory of like each planet has a different way of getting to you. Or like you invoke a different planet based on like if you're feeling like you're plateauing, there's no opportunities, there's nothing coming in. Well, that's Jupiter. Jupiter's the good luck planet. He's the one of abundance and opportunity. So then you have to invoke Jupiter in different ways. It's like the craziest book, and it sounds more woo-woo than it really is. Like as a Virgo, I'm pretty practical. Like I read the book and I never had like, oh, this is a little too far for me, a little too new agey for me.
Right.
It's actually like, wow. And I tried certain things. I did certain rituals at the time because I felt like I needed different things. And so I was like, well, let me try this like ritual she's talking about. And
it worked.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Well, tell the people where they can follow
That's
you.
dope. Yeah.
Tell the people
Dice
where
is
they
a
can
believer. As a
So
matter of
on
fact,
all-
he's not only a player, but he's the player president of the astrology shit right now.
Nah. Listen, I mean, we talk all the fucking time. I mean, I've known
Understand.
Graham for a long time, bro.
Know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what I mean? I
Tell
know.
the people where they can follow you at.
Yeah, so on Instagram and Facebook, it's at Drunk Astrology. And then there's drunkastro.com for everything else I do. I just launched a line of candles. I custom designed
You forgot to
12
bring them this
scents.
time, didn't
No,
you?
I have them.
You got him?
I have them for you, yes.
Me and my son. That's what's up.
I custom made scents for all 12 signs based on personality traits and what I wanted the candle to feel like. So like when there's a blend of oils in Libra called Midnight Romance. And I was like, now you don't get more Libra than Midnight Romance.
Wow.
Like,
That's
That's that Barry White. That's that Barry White.
Wade.
Yeah, we're gonna sit down here and we're gonna lay down and we're gonna have a blunt.
We're gonna
and
talk
we're gonna
Midnight
smoke,
Romance with
and we're
Drunk
gonna sit
Astrology.
here and we're gonna watch a good movie.
Okay,
Listen to
motherfuckers.
some
God
good
damn.
music.
Shit. I thought you didn't do this shit for a couple seconds. You niggas just keep going on and on and on. Paul say you got the fucking goal, man.
And on this episode of Barbershop Talk
Yo.
like this,
We have drunk.
So, hey, man, we really do want to thank you for coming through.
Thank you, guys.
This one of them episodes, I'm probably going to have to listen to like 5 or 6
we're gonna have to
times
like
start
edit this
gathering, like,
down into like 5.
No, it's not gonna be edited. I mean, this shit going
this
go
shit gonna
on.
The whole
But
thing.
I'ma have to
That's
listen-
we
I'ma
talk
have to listen to
long.
this
It's
shit.
a long ass. How long
I
is
don't
this
even know how
episode,
long
bro?
we've been going.
Nigga, I don't know neither.
Hour 21.
You know what I mean? It's good conversation.
Good, yeah.
That's good
So,
conversation.
I mean, but
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
You know, I'm gonna listen to this shit a couple times to absorb all this shit because I'm like, I'm trying to keep up.
But
like,
also,
this,
too,
This
like,
nigga
a
is so
whole lot
drunk.
of information.
Look at his face. No, I mean, his
But
face
it's
is
a
like,
whole
there.
lot of information. It's like, okay,
I'm mind blown.
look, he's like Neptune and just. You know,
So
like,
here's the
okay.
thing. I'm gonna make life easier for you.
Okay.
Every Wednesday, I go live on Instagram and I do weekly readings for all 12 signs. So it's called
At what time?
It's called Hump Day Hangover, 6 p.m. Pacific.
Pacific times.
Yep, 6 p.m. Pacific. If it changes, I always put, update in the story or whatever. And I also have a mailing list through my website, so I always communicate that way with everybody.
Yep.
All right. Well, we appreciate you coming through. This
Thank
has
you,
been
thank
another episode of Barbershop Talk like this. I'm your host, Trey the Barber.
This is your other host, Dice the Barber.
Kush in the building.
And Graham from Drunk Astrology.
And we out this bitch.
Peace.